The project to remove this wall has changed. The first row of block has been put down. The retaining wall is finally built, and I'm going to show you right now. I learned that the hard way when I did the house extension. Welcome back to part 2 of the DIY garden transformation. So I'm really excited to share this episode with you because we're digging the foundations for the garden walls and we're building a retaining wall for the top patio. A lot's happening, there's a lot to learn here, and hopefully if you like this video and you've watched the first one as well, you have already subscribed, but if not, make sure you subscribe and like this video too. Let's get on with it. So as you can see behind me, which you will have seen in many of my videos, there is a lot of bricks, blocks, all sorts of different materials, sand. It just all needs to be organised and sent down to the bottom of the garden, ready for me to be able to start digging the trenches and basically get my work area nice and clear. Okay, it's been a few hours since I made the last video and the garden is looking marginally better. There's so much work here to be done and it's going to take a long time for me to do it. So the sun is out and we are finally getting to work on the garden. The project to remove this wall has changed slightly, only because why remove the wall when I can build one right next to it? That means I don't have to get rid of the rubble. It's a lot less work as well. So I'm going to set my new wall just here along the side of the existing one, which means I need to break up this very small little wall that's just here. It's really old blue brick, so it's going to be pretty hard going, but I've got a breaker to break it up, which is going to make life a lot easier. And the new trench is just going to be just down there, so it's time to get to work. So we started digging and it's going quite well, especially with that huge breaker right there. And to make sure that we're staying in line for our new garden wall, we're using a brick line tied to a post, and we've just put it under the makeshift wall that we've got here just to kind of eye us in. So that line will make sure that our new wall is exactly the right distance from the garage and the salon all the way down. So the dig has been going well. We spent all morning in the sun digging this trench down the garden, me and my dad, and we're using the tools that we have, which is just an old scaffolding plank and my Arch Pro Spirit Level, and basically we're just finding a nice level to the bottom of the trench, and what that's going to do is going to help us give a consistent thickness to our cement concrete footing that we're going to be putting in here. And then, because the garden slopes away, we've actually found a a concrete footing just here. It's very difficult to see in this light, but that's going to act as a natural shutter for our next level of concrete, which we're hoping that footing, well, we're not hoping, we're going to make sure that the footing is one brick lower, which is going to make building the wall a lot easier. So the day is finally done. My dad and I have worked really hard on digging the trench and getting this prepared for the concrete. So you can see here, this is the trench that we've been digging. You can't see very well because of the lighting, but we've got a nice level bed on our trench with a drop just here for the new level of concrete that we're going to pour in. I've been laying out the retaining wall, which I'm planning on building tomorrow. It's going to be 3 block high with 2 courses above. It's going to look really good when it's done. I'm excited to show you the rest. The first row of block has been put down. It was important to get these 2 blocks in the correct position to start the project, because this block is aligned with the extension on the house and this block is aligned with the wall of the garage, which will give us a consistent run of block parallel to the house. So this is the first course that's gone in. Because I didn't know the level down there, because I don't have a dumpy level, I used just a hand level just to do each block as I went down, and I knew the footing was pretty level because I put that in myself. So now we've got a nice level course of block ready to take the next course for the retaining wall. Okay, I'm really happy with what I've done today. The wall, the retaining wall, is finally built, and I'm going to show you right now. So I've left a few blocks off there because we're going to tie in with brick, red brick across the front. This is the retaining wall all the way across the back. Again, I couldn't build this side even though it's going to be in commons because I haven't got any commons, so I need to go out and get some. But the wall is plumb and looking pretty sharp to me. And we'll just get the spirit level. I absolutely love this spirit level. I think I use it on every single job actually. And I'm just going to put the bottom on. And we'll just... There we go. So as you can see, barely any gaps. And we've got a real nice plumb wall right there. And the final part is, after I've just done a bit of jointing, so that's filling each gap with a bit of mortar, the final part is to just let it go off a little bit. It's sunny today, so that'll be very quick, and then I'll just go over it with a brush and brush away any of the excess mortar, making it really nice and clean. So the sun is out, it's another nice day to do footings, and we've got the trench ready, which is here. And luckily today I've got my uncle Steve and my dad up there. My dad's one in the blue cap, helping me put all the concrete in for this footing. So it's much easier when you have a helping hand. So we've got a mix on which is made up of 4 parts sharp sand, 2 parts hardcore MOT1 and 1 cement. So an easy way of working that out is we just put 1 shovel full of cement, 4 shovelfuls of sharp sand and 2 shovelfuls of this MOT1. Concrete has been poured into the trench. It's level with the surface of the existing concrete, and we've got a spirit level on it to make sure it's level. I've done this all the way across, and that's about as good as it's going to get. Now for the second trench. So I didn't film this last bit because I needed to get it done quite quickly. The day's coming to an end, but it's all level now, and we've filled the trench and it's looking really good. And I've put the spirit level on it and it looks bang on level wherever you put the level. Let's just put it down in the middle of the trench. Let's just put it down there. There we go. Bang on level. That's going to make the bricklaying part so much easier. I learned that the hard way when I did the house extension. So get your footings really level and the bricklaying should be much easier. Thank you for watching part 2 of the DIY garden transformation. In part 3 we're going to be building a lot of walls. So the garden where the lawn is going to be needs a perimeter building with brick. It needs to be level all the way around. I'm going to start building the planters and the steps at the top as well, and the pathway that runs down the garden. So there's a lot of brickwork to be done in part 3, and I'm going to be putting the new turf in. So it's going to be an exciting episode. See you then.